modern day masculine man, take one.
What makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo! Hello. Can y'all hear anything now? What's up, family? We got 33 people that stuck around with us when they couldn't hear nothing. So can y'all hear anything now? Hey. Let's see. I make sure I got that turned up. That's turned up. That's turned up. Can y'all hear anything now? Can the people in the crowd, remember I said, make sure your feet don't touch nothing. But it's a show. Okay, my boy Tommy Cobb in the house. That's my guy.
Oh, no.
So like I said, now that y'all can hear, we're gonna be talking about a conversation, a social media phenomenon. Like I said, you can join us live on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. So this 50-50 conversation is a social media conversation. It's some bullshit. Definitely. It's really don't do that. Don't do that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't gotta do that. See, now y'all see this a husband and wife conversation. Don't sit here and fuck. You ain't no deacon in no church. Yeah, all right. So this is a loser's conversation. When I was growing up, traditionally users didn't even get to speak. They didn't get to tell their side of the story. So if we're talking about relationships, me and my wife been together 18 years. We are winners at relationships. You know what I'm saying? So we should be having this conversation. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, winners never sit around and explain why they're winning, right? Only losers sit around and explain why they're losing. And it's kind of like the loser Avengers. You know, like the Avengers are all superheroes and they are heroes and they win shit and they take over and they win shit. Well, the loser Avengers are these podcast niggas. They look like heroes in Avengers because they got a whole lot of views, right? They got a whole lot of views. They're making a whole lot of money. They got a big following, but they're losers at relationships. They're the loser Avengers. And normally losers don't get to talk. Now you got a couple up here that's been successfully married 18 years, got married after 8 months. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that. We haven't really had a relationship podcast because it's like when you're happy and you're married and shit is good, you really don't go around talking about it. Like people don't go around and say, I'm happy married. I'm happy in a relationship. What do people say they're happy with?
Single.
I'm happy single. It's the losers that's got to tell their story. And social media has become a place where losers get a platform to tell their story. So let me break this shit down. I got a couple of things and I want you to comment after each one. I'll call this rapid fire. It's basically me telling you what I think the 50-50 conversation is. After I go, I'm going to point to you and tell you to go. All right.
Okay.
The loser conversation on Facebook is basically rejected women with a new excuse to explain why they haven't been chosen. Now, let me juxtapose that and give you an example. These women are single mothers, right? Who are tired of doing all by themselves. So they've created this narrative of, I don't want to go 50-50. I want to be taken care of. You ever thought about like this? A college educated woman, a professional woman with a good job, she never say she don't want to go 50-50. What does she say?
I'll pay for it.
I need $100,000 a year, right? That's what the women saying. The women with good jobs saying they want somebody to match them. So the women that's making all the goddamn good money, they saying they willing to go 50-50. There's no woman out here making six figures saying, I want a man to take care of me. It's a rejected single mother that hasn't been chosen, that's had babies already by a man who's explaining why she won't go 50-50. Like I said, the woman who doesn't have kids and got her shit together is saying, I don't want to submit to a man, or I want a man to make more than me. It's the single women who don't have men creating these narratives about why they don't have men. It's really just so easy.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about that? First of all, rapid fire, boom. 50-50 is a convo of rejected women. The new excuse to explain why they're single.
I come to realize that I only talk when I'm thinking about what I think somebody thinking about. So if you talk,
say that again, please.
I only talk when I think about what I think somebody's thinking about me. So the whole conversation is about women who have been rejected, who've not been chosen, and they think they need to tell the world why. So it is really coming from nowhere. It's a fad conversation because the people who is carrying the conversation, they about like our age now. And they like, damn, I'm about to be 50 and alone. Let me tell people.
Exactly. and my only excuse is I don't want to go 50-50. Now, back in the day, the college educated women always wasn't married. If you're getting married by the time you're schooled out, that's what old folks said. We got to marry you off before you school out, before you graduate high school, because if we don't, you're going to go to college. And if you go to college, you're going to become a professional woman with a decent job, making just as much as a man, and ain't no man gonna want you. So all the school teachers, the librarians, the social workers, the nurses, those women were single women back in the day. But guess what the difference in them was? They ain't had no motherfucking babies.
Yeah.
So those women didn't have to go out and stand out in the streets with signs saying, we don't want to go 50-50 because we educated. They didn't have to explain themselves because they didn't have no babies. Rapid fire. You don't hear marriage folks explaining why they would go 50-50. Now, we know in a marriage, there's a 50-50. And people are so dumb when we use these terms. We take it literally. 50-50. I'm going to just add up all the bills and divide them in half. I'm going to take half of my check and give you half of that. And you put half of your check and give half of that. And then whatever we got left is ours. What that sound like to you?
Some people that don't like each other.
Go ahead, explain that.
Some people that don't like each other. Because first of all, if you like somebody, you really give them your last dime. That's just the bottom line to that. And when you're in a relationship, it's all, like they say in the Bible, it's not equal gifts, it's equal sacrifice.
The Bible don't say that, but
I made it up.
No, Pastor Andy made it.
Oh, did he?
Go ahead.
Okay, see, that's why. Well, yeah, from his version, and I live by. But if you are in a relationship, you kick in where you need to kick in, and it's just not something that you have a big conversation with about unless y'all don't like each other or a person just a total slouch.
But yeah, it's a situation where it's like, I want to keep some of my money just in case.
Yeah,
I ain't sure. I want to make sure I get me some Jordan tennis shoes. I want to make sure I can get me a little cheap Coach pocketbook from Maxway.
Yeah,
it's a motherfucker counting dollars because you really don't have a future together. You really don't like each other. You don't have a future together because if you have a future together, there will be some type of plans around your capital. There would be some type of plans around your income. It wouldn't just be, look, well, I can make $5,000 a month, right? And then you can make $10,000 a month. Our bill's $8,000. So if we give 4 apiece, I only got $1,000 left. And you got what? $6,000 left. Now you sitting over there with your money stacked up, and I'm sitting over here envious. See, when people do that, you know it's some fuck shit going on. You know it's some bullshit going on. Now, I'm not saying that people got to match all their money together, but there should be a certain amount of, like me and you. For example, when I get paid, I take 10% of my money for my fuck off. She take 10% of her money for her fuck off. Then we pay bills, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into that in the future. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, if you see me laughing, it's because I'm trying not to him to death.
You gotta stop that shit.
I'm saying, I
don't know. I'm a professional podcaster. I've been doing this shit a week and a half now.
I ain't been up here in a long time, but you're saying some really good stuff because this conversation is just the way it is destroying us as a community. Yeah. Because you cannot have a real conversation about what's really happening when you're not even there by yourself. Like, you're not the only woman that's not being chosen. So to have this conversation to explain to the world about something that you're not even like, and
let me tell you what else is doing. It's turning men the fuck off.
I bet it is.
Soon as a man sit down, you hit him with the 6 social media questions. What's your love language? What you think about 50-50? Do you make $100,000 a year? Who's the prize? It's bringing this bullshit into real conversations. And what it's doing is replacing chemistry. The fact that I like you. Grandma said if we like each other and we in love, we can live in a motherfucking mud puddle together.
Yeah. And that was our thing, can we eat out of a can together?
Yeah, can we eat beans out the can together?
We just knew that. Can I say something though?
Go ahead.
I just thought about the reasons why people like hoard money in relationships, because it's an escape plan. You'll never commit to a relationship. So why are you in a relationship you don't want to commit to? You must really not like the person that you're with.
Exactly. Can we get everybody on the timeline to just say yay, 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 Y-A-Y-Y-A-Y. Say yay, 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 just to let us know you're in the house. Because for some reason, me and my wife, who are in a committed marriage, been married 18 years, talking about successful relationships, who can really give you a blueprint. People, for some reason, don't like to share me or admit that they watch me. But when I see people, they be like, I watch. So if you on the timeline and you don't mind sneak watch, not say yay, yay. Can I get a yay, yay from you? So let's move forward. It's like a conversation of the reject Avengers. It's like all the guys that had to pay child support are mad at women. And they coming out. I'm a simp, y'all. Let me go ahead and say that. We're going to talk about this next week. It's a new conversation. If you marry a woman with stepkids, with kids, you a simp. That's a new conversation. So I'm a simp. I'm gonna break that down why I'm a simp, and I'm gonna break that down how these new conversations are really affecting people's ability to get together. Let's move forward. Like I said, you don't never hear married women and married men talking about, well, look, we married and we don't mind going 50-50. We don't defend that. It's the motherfucker without nothing that has to defend. Back in the day, the loser don't get to talk. I remember I lost the game and in high school, my freshman year, playing varsity, and we asked it, man, we going to get something to eat. We fucking 4 hours away from home. Goddamn coach says second place don't get no goddamn McDonald's. I'm like, what? He like second place is first loser. So if you lost, you don't get to fucking talk. How the fuck you get to sit here and talk and give relationship advice and all you got is a high body count and a lot of fucking failed relationships?
You know what's crazy about that? Because when we first got married, me being in the salon, I asked women all the time that were married for advice and they didn't want to give it. They wouldn't want to give it. Nobody wasn't transparent. You know, I asked real questions that I'm like, yo, I didn't grow up in a 2-family home. I don't know what these things look like. I don't know if I should be concerned about this.
Give them a little eye contact. Man, you got to eye contact. You got to give them a little eye contact. I'm training her right.
I'm already still trying to. But no, like really. So y'all don't especially if you're a certain age, you don't understand how conversations just come about, right? This wasn't so, people weren't so transparent. So why you want to be transparent now? Because you were the younger person back then, wasn't getting schooled, so you didn't learn.
And the people that want to be transparent are the losers.
Yeah.
The winners never tell you they fucking playing. Jay-Z don't sit down here and tell you, this is how I became Jay-Z. But Dame Dash will sit down every fucking day and tell you why he lost the empire that he had. You see what I'm saying? So let's move forward.
Okay.
Empty wagon concept. An empty wagon makes the most noise. Single people are just giving relationship advice based on their bad experiences. So if you can get up here and you could say men are like this and women are like this, how many boyfriends you had? 3? So you based off talking about fucking.
Yeah.
You talking about all the niggas, all the bitches you done fucked.
Yeah.
Because most men, like Miss Carla said, I'm going to try to bring her on a little later on the show. Miss Carla, I hope you here because I like to get your spin and people like you. And that's my co-host. Most men have less relationships than women. Like, you know, I had a girlfriend in college. She was a cheerleader. I had a cheerleader girlfriend in college, everybody. So y'all know I'm the number one winner. I can talk this shit. Who gets to go with a cheerleader? There ain't but 8 of them. So I had a cheerleader girlfriend in college, and I was married once before, and her. So most men only have 3 relationships, whereas not me. I only have 15 bodies looking for number 16 live. So if you want to be number 16, I'm just fucking with you. So what I'm saying is, most men have bodies and less relationships. A lot of times women have more relationships because they trying at love. But when a woman has had nothing but bad relationships and all she can say is bad shit about relationships, that woman got a lot of bodies and a lot of bad experiences, and she's projecting her life and giving her advice to the world about men. How can you say what men are and you've been with 10 men, 10 boyfriends?
Well, I think the problem is just if you're talking out of a context of a low vibration place, a negative place, that's the way you're going to see it. You know, before you, I've been in a long-term relationship, but I still managed to weave some body counts all through there, right? And starting young. So I have a nice cushion. Right, but I've never been.
Look! Don't tell nobody you're a whole.
Well, hey, you surveying. He's surveying number 16. I could tell you who I buzzed before him.
Okay, we better look transparent, bitch. You let motherfuckers see through you.
Through it.
She talking about I managed to weed.
Well, if you want number 16, I could take you back down there. But this I'm saying. I've never been a person that has spoken ill of a man. I always understood that relationships are not forever. And even if my heart was broke, I was just going to cry like for a little bit. Then I was going to go add to the count. So it wasn't never really like a thing though, Do you get what I'm saying? It wasn't a thing. What I'm saying is people only talking about it now because the people who got
It's
the
the
mic
loser
on this
vengeance.
conversation are the women my age who have not been chosen.
Yeah, it's
And
the
now-
loser Avengers explaining. It's why the nigga that got to tell you about his jail story.
Yeah.
When he first meets you, when y'all get to talking to each other and you meet, what's up, man? I'm Javon. What's up, man? I'm Craig. You know, what you do? Oh man, I'm a social media influencer, former school teacher. If he think that what I do is better than what he do, yeah, man, you know, I started out in them streets. I jumped off the porch early, you know, the man in my life. Hey, nigga, you don't got to tell me why you ain't as successful as me. I don't do that to people. You know, my circle, I'm the brokest nigga around my circle. You know, you talking about
hey, don't be telling people you broke.
I know, right?
We got paid.
No. I'm not saying I'm broke. I said
Okay.
I'm the brokest nigga in my circle.
Okay.
The people that you know that really get to be around me, and you know, we hang around some top echelon people, white people, doctors, lawyers, motherfucking fraternity members, aka gang members, as Jim Jones said. But the point I'm making is, I'm one of the wisest people, so I get to speak, and I'm funny. But most of the time when I'm going out with some other married couples around me, they're more successful than me as far as money is concerned. So I don't, my Javonness, the laughter in me, the jokester in me, don't feel like I have to explain, well, y'all know I was a school teacher and I was dedicated to the community, and that's why I ain't got the stocks and bonds and everything y'all got. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we meet each other, we size each other up. So if we don't feel like what you say earlier, you said, I don't talk about nothing unless I feel like somebody talk about me. So when a nigga that's been to jail come in the room and he explain himself, he think everybody's saying, oh, this nigga is the least of all.
Act, like, you know, you think somebody's thinking about you. But look, let me tell you, when you were saying that, I thought about the guy that comes from jail and the woman who hasn't been chosen, what that conversation must be like.
Oh man!
My
they
goodness!
having babies.
I ain't gonna be with nobody that you like. Well, sweetheart, you know what I'm saying, like the jail talk.
And knowing this moving forward, because we're gonna get into our story, but we gotta kill this myth of 50-50. Baby girl, you don't mind if a man don't make $100,000 a year. You're single and nobody wants you, and you're using that as a reason to justify. I make too much money. You know, it's men that make money. It's men that got everything you got. But guess what? They don't like you. You know what I'm saying? It's cut the bullshit. It's men out here that got everything you got. I never heard Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or the richest men in the world say, you know, now that I got all this goddamn money, I don't think I need no motherfucking woman. The thing about it, let me drop a little knowledge on y'all. A man will go out here and work hard. And when he makes a certain amount of money, a man said, you know what? Now that I got this money and this success, I want me a woman and some children. I feel like now that I'm successful, most men try to wait until they get their shit together before they marry. Not all, you see what I'm saying? But most men don't want to go into something where they ain't got their shit together to a certain extent. A man has said, now that I done went out and worked and fought and got this shit, I want me a woman. A woman has said, now that I got my degree and got my shit together, I don't need no fucking man. It's the exact opposite. The richest men in the world never say they don't want women. So we know when a woman talk this shit, she feels rejected. Somebody put up Isaiah 4:1 for me. Isaiah chapter 4:1. We're going to pop that up to me up there real quick. Isaiah 4:1. I need a student in the class. I need a motherfucking teacher's pet. Somebody to bring me an apple. Body number 16, whoever that woman is. I'm just saying. So check this out. I need somebody to put up Isaiah 4:1 because that's a very important scripture from the Bible. And although I ain't got to say I believe in the Bible, I'm talking about when that shit was written that long ago to predict Isaiah 4:1. Somebody don't mind, put up Isaiah 4:1. Now watch this. Women been fucking dudes for years hoping he would be her man, and he ain't gave her shit. Now we talking about we don't want to go 50-50. The same group of women that been fucking Craig and Steve-O for years, hoping that he wife her, is saying she don't want to go 50-50. We know this is a fucking lie. You mean to tell me you paying 100% of all your bills and you fucking somebody that you want to go with? And he said, you know what? We've been fucking all these years for free and I ain't been taking care of you. Now I want to go with you, but all I got is half. You gonna say, hell no, motherfucker, keep fucking me for free. What you think about that?
But that's why we know that it's just not true. First of all, it's really just not true. As a cosmetologist for 20 over 20 years,
you want no motherfucker.
I'm a cosmetologist. I even got my little teacher certificate for it. Okay, but anyway,
you know what? Let me cut you off, just so y'all see this. I can cut her off. She can't cut me off. I'm playing, but let me cut you off for a second. They need to see that playful side of us. So, you know, people think that and people think you a do girl for me. So we gonna have this way. She runs shit.
I'm doing it. I mean, this is the thing though. This was so sad. I'm a little sad. Let me just say this, because you got people women, you standing on the square on some shit that you've never experienced. I could have said the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Being in relationships, thinking that not being with a man that has purpose, not building with somebody and stuff like that. I could have thought the same thing, but I have experienced something different. So when I say if somebody want to say that I'm a do girl, I do it. And that's why I'm still here. So you should learn still. Like we're not worse. If anything, we're getting better. We staying on some good strides, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy because let's read this scripture. No, I wanted you to comment. You forgot to comment. I interrupted you. You forgot to comment on women been fucking dudes for years, hoping he would be her man, and he ain't gave her shit. Now all of a sudden, this man want to do right by her and give her a ring and marry her, and she said, "I ain't going 50-50 with you, nigga."
Well, first of all, the woman will be with a man that she really don't want, waiting on somebody else anyway.
Exactly.
So she's only talking about what she thinks people are saying about her. So she only even complaining to this dude because of the fact that she thinks she should, because she's talking to him through the scope of what she thinks. Like, why they still going together? Why he never asked her to get more fish, marry her and stuff like that? So then that's really why a woman that's really for real about a relationship won't let a man string her along that long. Never.
How long? And say for example, when I met you, and this is a side note, when I met my wife, I told her, you supposed to be my wife. And I told her, don't give me no pussy, because I need to know if we got that thing. I knew we had that chemistry. See this beautiful, sexy motherfucker right here next to me? I knew we had that chemistry, but I didn't need to fuck her, because everybody else I just fuck. Once I fuck you a couple of times, see you naked, I don't give a damn about you no more. That's just how men wired. But I knew I needed to get to know her, get to know the kids, see a vision of how our life would be together before we fuck. But
can I say this?
Go ahead.
And when he talk about relationships, even before I got with Jay, I was with my baby father for 9.5 years. So even though I might have did other things, like I had still long relationships. My main relationship was long.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because your baby daddy was a criminal. I'm fucking with some street nigga, good dude.
Dude. I had me with when you said you had you a cheerleader.
Yeah,
like,
you had you a criminal.
I had me
nigga.
an L. Okay.
So my man get out of prison, get married, get a good job, and take care of his kids. No beef, no problem, no nothing. You ain't gonna never catch him telling the story of why his life fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You'll never catch him telling that story. So shout out to the my man. So check this out. Having a man's baby is more than 50-50, and it's more permanent than marriage. How the fuck can you say you won't go 50-50 with a man and you give him your full body for 9 months? When a man impregnates you, first of all, ladies, this ain't your baby. This his baby. He's shooting a seed out of his body that swims up into you. It's a real live tadpole. It swims up into your womb, connects to your body, and it takes over your body. It hooks itself onto your body and really takes your life force. It eats what you eat. It breathes what you breathe. This man's body has became in. That's why they said he came in me.
So you could like kind of see yourself. You could kind of see.
I want to try to do. I got to scratch these.
Look,
balls,
so women, just picture yourself as like a incubator, like a clear incubator thing that a species could be forming in, and you just put your head on it. Because for some reason we think we don't need the man, like we just marries.
That man came in you. That's what old folks. He actually came in you. He left himself in you. So women. Little tidbit on words, because we're gonna do the Marriage Mondays podcast, and we probably gonna do a few more days. We definitely gonna do a Patreon for the people that really want to get down. When a man come in you, he leave himself in you. Then you birth him out of you, and then you say, "This my baby." And the man said, "Fuck it, keep it by your goddamn self." Now, if a man come in you, and when that baby is born, you go to that man and say, "Here go your baby." That man gonna say, "Oh, what? What you say, Scooby Doo? What you say, Shaggy?" You know that motherfucker gonna say, "What you talking about, Willis?" And that woman said, "Well, you came in me, you left your seed in me. I carried this for 9 months for you. Now that it's out, here, it's yours. Take it." Guess what that man gonna say? "Can we work some out?" What you mean, work some out? Can we work some out? Can you be the sole key because it's got a breast? He gonna start talking all type of nature shit. Well, you know, you got the breast and the connection of the mother, so the baby can't be with. If you go to that man and say, "Look, here go your baby," that man gonna say, "Well, look, this is what I'll do to help." But when you say, "This my baby," he like, "Fuck you." I remember my wife used to say little shit to me in the beginning, like, "I might give you some." I said, "No, I might give you some dick. You're the receiver. I'm sticking some in you. Don't act like you give me something." And it's funny how women say, "I might give you some." It's like I had a woman say before, say before to me about that Steve Harvey 90-day shit. I'm a wait his probationary period. You finna give a married man a probationary period? Bitch, you stupid anyway. You telling a married man he gotta wait 90 days. And I'm like, I'm gonna fuck 8 or 9 days until we fuck. What do you mean? But
that's funny that you would say that, because
go ahead.
I mean, I just remember hearing, when Steve Harvey book came out. First of all, I didn't read the shit because I'm like, who the fuck waits that long?
Exactly. Who the fuck's listen to an ugly motherfucker like Steve Harvey? If Steve Harvey won't rich, nobody would listen to him. He just got
kind of cute when he cut his hair off.
What it is pop culture. So what I'm simply saying is this. If you telling a man that you giving him some, you're not giving him nothing. He's the one that's giving you some dick, going in you, can actually leave some in your goddamn body. So you need to rearrange how you say shit. And that's why y'all get fucked up so much. You always think you're giving some. Whereas you look at it like, okay, when I fuck this man, I'm receiving some. You'll be more careful about what you let come in you. Good God. 100 rubber. Let's do it. Let's do our secret handshake. Y'all see we locked in. We got a gang sign handshake. We locked in. But listen, let's go. Let's do this together. Because I'm gonna say that again, then we're gonna speak in tongues.
Okay.
Listen, if you saw it more as a man coming in you and him giving you something, you would be more careful about who you let inside your body. Handala robo shy. Eshe quiete. Oh, robo shy. Yay, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Let me get that goddamn. I'm going to teach you the buttons. I don't want to put too much on you.
Not too much today.
Never too much.
Yo, wait. That was so for real.
Go ahead.
That was just so for real. I think that if we got it all twisted, damn you, feminism. Like we just think everything is like what we given, what we deserve. Like talking about a selfish and what we say how white people are, like how they are entitled.
It's entitlement.
Like you really,
woman supremacy.
We really think as women that we're giving everything as if the man is not giving anything back. which is crazy.
Well, it's always the weaker motherfucker that want to feel supreme. Look, scientists show that the black man is stronger, faster. We have a higher capacity to think. So this motherfucker crawl out the cave so mad and jealous of us. Black people, see, when you the winner, when you supreme, you don't have to break nobody down. And that's what our problem was. We like, shit, we got mango, peaches, apple. We got shit to share. What y'all want? We'll trade with y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, let's get all the apples today. Gotta go back to the cave. Yeah. So you have a level of white supremacy. They feel supreme and they try to get over because they're weaker. Whereas it's called dissemination in nature. The woman is the weaker vessel, so she always got a trick and connive. A woman's pussy is really all she have to offer a man. That's what women don't realize. And pussy going down. Pussy $40 now, $30. So let me finish this point so you can see what I'm saying. Women are more promiscuous than they've ever been before. So the value of a woman's body is going down. Whereas it used to be a woman could get on a yacht or be in a big ass party just because she's a pretty woman. If she 18, she in the motherfucking dope. Whereas a man, if he in the yacht on the yacht or in the party, he got to be a bad motherfucker. He done had to do something. He done did something. He or somebody. If you walk in certain rooms, you look around at the men, everybody know. The man in here is some motherfucking body because you ain't in this party unless you somebody, unless you the nigga over there with your homeboy talking about, now I went to jail. I'm here with my man. I'm just, but if the woman is in the party, she just in that bitch because she look good. So a woman, like we say, we established a couple of weeks ago, a woman thinks with her pussy way more than a man thinks with his dick. That's why they talking about, I don't want to go 50-50. They saying if you want this pussy, you got to pay 100% for it. Now let me break it down, then I'm going to give you the mic for a minute. A man don't think with his dick all the time because a man could be out somewhere and a man tire could go flat. He's strong enough to change it. A man could get hungry. He's strong enough to bust somebody in the head, take some food, break into the store, steal something. A man can assert his will. Whereas a woman, she on the side of the road and her tire flat, she can't change it. What she got to do?
Lift that.
Stick that thing out, show that ass. If a woman can't pay her bills, if a woman is in a tough situation, she got to say, how can my titties and ass provide for me? So a woman is always having to think with her pussy. A man thinks with his violent nature. Man, goddamn Christmas coming around. I ain't got no presents for the kids. I'm going to go rob a motherfucker, bust a motherfucker in the head. What do a woman think? I ain't got no money. See who want to buy some of this pussy. Pseudo selling pussy. So what I'm saying is a woman is thinking with her pussy all the time. So with her thinking with her pussy all the time, that's why this whole conception of no 50-50, no 50-50, no 50-50. It's because she's saying, I want this pussy to take care of me. Well, you want your pussy to take care of you like grandma's pussy took care of her, but grandma just lived in a small house. Grandma got goddamn apples and oranges for Christmas. Grandma had 2-3 dresses. You want your pussy to get your nails done every week. You want your pussy to get your hair done every week. You want your pussy to pay for everything and you don't do nothing. And the pussy ain't a virgin pussy. The pussy got a lot of bodies on it, a lot of miles on it. You want your pussy to do what grandma pussy do. Grandma pussy had 22 kids, no epidural, no motherfucking medicine. Your pussy can't push out a baby without having a fucking C-section. It's a whole different level of pussy we talking about, black women. And I'm talking to black women because I don't give a fuck about no white women.
He is talking to us, y'all.
Go ahead. You got the floor. Comment on the having a man's baby is more permanent. It's so,
it really just shows how backwards we got it. I mean, when you hear this stuff out loud for real in a real conversation, it's like you having kids but don't have relationships. And I've been in a college, course where we were talking about that, and most women were saying they wanted the babies without the men because they didn't want to have to communicate and stuff. And I'm like, you still gonna have to communicate about the child. I think this is what's happening though, is that no matter what we want women, when you ovulate, you're going to desire a man. And what did I put?
Nobody want to go 50-50, but everybody fucking and making babies.
We understand that there's a value with our pussy because we're reminded of this pussy all the time, right? As it does what it does. You can't feel so great about it if it's not being chosen, because no matter what, you still have to go hump on something when you're ovulating. So it's always a reminder. You always be left with a reminder that you're not really wanted.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Which is,
and that's why women call the same guy.
Yeah, you
fuck the same 3 guys in a circle because you don't want to get a new bow. You know that song? Remember the song I made with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion said, "WAP, wet ass pussy," and I made the song "HAP," heartache and pain. They walk around flashing their pussy. That pussy ain't did nothing but bought you heartache and pain. You've been fucking for a long time, 2 kids in. You like to use men. You juice them to the end. You a Kardashian. You sell a whole lot of ass for a whole lot of cash, bragging on your body like your pussy got a price tag. If your pussy's so wet, where your man at? If your pussy's so wet, where your car's at? If your pussy's so wet, where your house at? If your pussy's so wet, why you keep getting left? If your pussy's so good, I forgot this shit.
Why you living in the hood?
If your pussy's so bomb, why you staying with your mom? If your pussy's so good, it'll make a nigga cry. Some, your pussy gave you heartache and pain, loneliness again, years after years of crying for a man. That pussy gave you pain. That motherfucking pussy gave you heartache and pain. And you walk around acting like that pussy. And then guess what? God says, oh, and the robo shy. God said that dick is valuable. God said be fruitful and multiply. A man can make babies till he's 90 or 100 years old. Al Pacino just had a baby at 89. But God said it's time for a woman to sit her motherfucking ass down somewhere, and he hit you with menopause, and he dry that pussy up, and he gray that pussy up, and them hot flashes hit you. Oh, God says sit your ass down somewhere and become an elder, a grandma. See, a man can keep being a father until the day he die. God said, you sit your motherfucking ass down, or you gonna keep trying to slang that pussy, getting more heartache and heartache and heartache and pain. Now I see why I say we should be a virgin when we get married.
Well, but I mean, I always say that the conversation has to be speaking to specific generations, right? It also has to be about what we do now. And people don't get married. So you are ovulating too early, like you're not going to get married. So you have to understand what's happening. First of all, you just need to follow your body. So we keep blaming men for all these things. I got to say this, women, we don't even have friends with each other. So we are bypassing. What is it? I don't need no BFF. I don't need no best friend. I don't need no friend. I don't need nobody. Like you jumping right to the man. Most women that can't keep a good man don't have a lot of friends either.
Why you worry about what I'm doing?
Cause I'm nosy.
See, I'm doing something on the computer. She worried about what the fuck I'm doing when you need to be running your business, handling the show.
I sure do.
Exactly, because you're my co-pilot. Now, let me give you a little instructions because we do this. Now, this is a side nugget for the motherfuckers listening. All right? She's my co-pilot. I fly this motherfucking ship. But I'm handling some business. I need you to stay focused on your business. Make your point. Why the fuck you worried about what the fuck I'm doing?
I'm nosy.
I know, but
just be direct.
I know, but listen. I'm making a point. I'm making a joke. Listen, I'm making a point. Don't worry about what I'm doing, because it make people look at you differently. Handle your business. Now, watch this. I said all that to say, as a woman, a man can cook and clean. I grew up in a house with a single mother. I was a daddy and a mother to my motherfucking little sisters. For real. I can cook, clean, buy grocery, and manage a house. I need her for one thing, and that's to agree with me. It's not her pussy. I need her to agree with me. I need her to be my number one cheerleader. I need her to cheer me on. I need her to agree with me. Anything other than her agreeing with me, what the fuck? Another woman can do it. The thing that makes her special is that she said, hey, I want to submit to you, agree with you, and follow your plan. Oh, good God Almighty. That's listen, I'm dropping jewels. I'm trying to teach you some women, and I'm teaching men at the same time. I can get a younger woman that makes more money, that's prettier. That don't mean nothing. That bitch may not agree with me. What made her special in my eyes, she said, oh, King Tut, almighty Javon, I'm willing to agree with you. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people don't realize. The movie Coming to America, when he was standing in the room, he said, bark like a dog, orangutan. Really, he was seeing will this woman agree with him? And see, that women don't understand. And women say, what you mean? She gotta agree with some woman saying that shit right now. What you mean? Someone gotta agree with you? Where you at? Listen, if you would not agree with this man and follow him and let him lead you, do not go with him. Do not be his woman. See, the woman that wouldn't do that want that 50-50 shit. She's worried about what she can get. Let me explain something to you. If I came home tomorrow and said, Chris, I'm thinking about taking this show to Alaska, what would you say?
Well, let me figure out how to put this shit together so we can move.
Exactly. She trusts me. She agrees with me. See, a woman has to like a man to the level of she can't live without him. That's when you don't worry about who pay what, who does what. I can't live without her. So it don't matter. We're going to get into our marriage and how we've been 50-50. She's paid everything, but go ahead.
Well, and when we discuss like what we're looking for, if you don't know what you're looking for, then you'll just be looking for somebody that's cute. Exactly. You know, well, everybody, when we first got together, they like, oh, you need to be with him because he's so cute. I'm like, yeah, he is, but that's not why I'm with him. I love what he was about, his purpose, him being an artist. Those are the things that I knew ultimately I really wanted to be connected to. I had a list of things that I was looking for. So when it's like tap into his vision, is what I want to be a part of all of that. I'm with all the shits of all of that, no matter where it is, because I signed up for the job. Like, exactly. I don't understand how y'all not signing up for the job. And I want to know all the requirements.
And women won't go all in like that for men that they don't really like. No, it's almost like, well, if you don't make this much, or you don't fuck me as good, or you don't look good, I can't show you off around my family. I damn sure ain't gonna listen to you, motherfucker. I ain't gonna let you tell me what to do. I ain't gonna let you alter nothing. Let me read
some of that. Okay, but some of that is truly because a woman doesn't even know who she is, her purpose. So she can't seek out a man or decide what she want to be like magnetically drawn to. I was drawn to you, not in a sexual way. We didn't have a sexual, we didn't come together like that. We seen each other for our gifts and talents that were going to be great together, but we was also attracted to each other.
Exactly. Can't y'all see how much she like sitting up here talking, running her damn mouth like
that was me? Not even long.
No, listen, I'm saying you up here with me. You know how many men got something to say whose woman won't sit beside them? Yeah. You know how many men that want to fly planes or jump out of planes and this woman afraid of heights? You know how many men want to do something, or how many women want to do something and they man ain't got their back? You see what I'm saying? We talking about being able to sit up here. When I adjust, you adjust. When you adjust, I adjust. Mr. Sleeves, appreciate you, man. You're not going to be the goddamn number 16 though, Mr. Sleeves. So in the future, can I get a sister to put up the goddamn scriptures or whatever? Not Mr. Sleeves, I'm just fucking with you. I appreciate you, good brother. Isaiah 4:1 says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our approach. I'm going to read it again, then explain it. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach. And in that day, 7 bitches gonna run up to one nigga saying we gonna eat our own bread. That means we got our own job, we got our own food, and we can buy our own shit. Ain't that what women saying today?
Yeah.
We got our own shit. We don't need no man. Now think about this. This Bible was written in a time where a man can legally take a woman in home and just take her, grape her off the street. This Bible was written in a time where women couldn't vote, they couldn't own land, they couldn't have a job. How did this motherfucker predict that in that day, which meaning in the last days, 7 women gonna go up to one guy voluntarily? Look, we got our own shit. Only let us be called by your name. You know what that means? When you married me, your last name turned to Clark. Let us be called by it. We want to be claimed. We just want to say we under somebody's umbrella. We fuck with somebody. That's all that's saying. We out here. We ain't out here not straight. Like Miss Carla said, when niggas approach her and be talking that shit and she just straight up. Now, I'm into me argument, but just so you know, I hope you don't think that I'm out this bitch uncovered, that some man ain't motherfucking taking care of me. You ever been in a situation in your life where you didn't have a man you could call on to cut your grass or something you need?
No,
Never. So when a woman tell us she ain't talking to nobody or she ain't got nobody, we instantly reject her. We don't believe it.
It just has to be the women, and we have to be really careful about the conversations that we let be the head of our race, because you have these people that are yelling this out as if everybody is going through it. And first of all, everybody is not going through it. As a married woman, I could say how many men I could find that's decent men. I ain't saying that they always gonna marry me, but I'm just saying. So if you single and you cannot find a decent guy to have a relationship with, so much so that you have to start talking about how much money he needs to bring you, that's the problem.
Well, let me piggyback on what you just said. There are decent men out here. And the women are finally starting to realize when you get 45, 50, let me get this decent man a try. But guess what? I'm tired and I done raised 2 kids. And if I'm a setter for a regular decent man, I ain't paying half. He gonna have to take care of me. Because it's really saying I look too good for this regular motherfucker. He should have to take care of me when I had babies by the good hair nigga that ain't do shit for me. So look, women, cut the shit. We bringing the truth. We gonna not only are we gonna talk about this and bring the truth, we're gonna teach you how to get a real relationship. We're gonna teach you what to look for. We got a class, date on your level. We're gonna be teaching this stuff. We got smirk, sex, money, intangibles, religion, kids. That's what you need to talk about. We got some real shit we're gonna be bringing to the people. Now we have to understand when we hit 200. Everybody in the house say yay, yay. Yay, yay. So check this out. This is definitely a milestone to hit 200 on the live again, because there was a time where I was the king of Facebook and was 20, 30, 50,000 people and they shadow banned me. And now 205 people on the live is beautiful, because I have been going live for the last 4 years with 10 people, 11 people, 12 people. So we back in the goddamn spotlight again. We appreciate y'all. Sometime I go on and I see DJ Clue, goddamn DJing. Then I got 60 people watching. I be like, God damn, DJ Clue. I wish I gotta get my shit. I'm sitting here DJ D Nice and that bitch. I'm on the set. Get it up, man. Oh. Choo. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna learn how.
Motherfuckers watching. So, look, the motherfucker got mad. So let me get out of here. You got 200. Let me get out of here. I ain't gonna let this nigga be happy off me.
Who said that?
No one said that, Chris. The numbers dropped.
Oh.
She blonde and a motherfucker. It's gonna come out on camera. She said, "Who said that?"
I was looking for it.
Now listen. If that scripture said in the last days, 7 women are running to one man, it's really saying women gonna share men. And ain't that how it is? I'm the first one to put out this stat. I was the godfather before Kevin Samuels. I was doing this shit before everybody, talking to women. And I was the first one to put out this stat. 70% of children are born to single mothers. And that 70% are born by 21% of men. What is that saying? The thoughts got the same baby daddies. That's all you got to say. These bitches is having babies by the same nigga and don't want to go 50-50 with them. Now, that stat is statistically saying this. If you are a single mother, your baby daddy got 2 other baby mamas. That's what the stat is saying. If you got kids by a nigga that you weren't married to, your baby daddy got kids by 2 other women. Now, ain't that a simple thing to say? You ain't even got to look around. You ain't even got to motherfucker. That's the goddamn truth. You can clearly see when a woman got kids by a nigga and they ain't married, his baby mama, he got 2-3 more other baby mamas. So we sharing. We just ain't doing it the right way. Go ahead, baby.
I thought about when you was talking about who was in the workplace and how these dynamics. What has happened is that feminism again has messed us up, because you had the woman who was going to be at home with her kids, right? Your husband go to work. He messed with the single women there. Got 1 or 2. He might have some kids by him. She across town, or the work wife. Now the married women, the women that do have the kids with the man, has went into the workplace, and you're just mixing it all up. It's just making it, mucky, So we are overlapping each other, and we shouldn't be overlapping each other.
Yeah, back in the day, it was as simple as Miss Johnson up the street had a brick house, and she had, it said live will end in a second. Talk. Let me hit that button over there.
Yeah, so we have a situation where we haven't stayed in our place, right? And in this quest to always be answering questions, talking based on what we think that somebody's saying about us, we always think that men are saying things about us. So everything we move is to be anti-man, right? And the funny part about it, which is going to be another conversation, is that not only, so you asking for the man that give you 50-50, what he will want you for, I don't know, because he could get a woman that just stay at home. And you know what I'm saying? Anyway, though, when you become a business, somebody with a degree that got all this and still asking for that, you make it to where it's like you think that a man won't be able to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Right? It's going back to why you even asking the 50-50. Well, if I'm going to be with you, you got to give me half. Well, when you wind up like that, you wind up in a situation where can't nobody still do nothing with you in a relationship.
Exactly. Let's move forward. Okay. What is 50-50 in a marriage, and how does it look? Quick, brief synopsis of our story. I'll tell it real quick, and you just come in where you want to come in. Okay. When I met Chris, I met her at church. We worked together a couple of times on some plays. She was in youth ministry. She had 2 kids and 2 little boys. And basically, I liked her. Long story short, I told her, I think you're supposed to be my wife from day one. I just can't fuck one woman the rest of my life. She said, well, we can figure some out because I've cheated on every guy I went with. I said, cool. I said, well, I'm going to pick your kids up from school tomorrow. Come sign me up on the list so I can see, can I get along with them and start mentoring them or whatnot as little boys. After our first month of dating, she gave me a check for $1,200. I said, what's this for? She said, if we don't work out, you have really been teaching my boys a lot. I've been seeing some growth in them in the last month. So if we don't work out, I will pay you to be their mentor. I thought that was so dope that she paid me. You know what I'm saying? And I took that goddamn money, just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I was going to marry her. So we went into it like, okay, I had my own place. I had my own job. I was in grad school, and I would pick her kids up and bring them home and basically show them how I wanted them to do their after school work, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I ain't moving in with you until we married. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking until we married. You know what I'm saying? I want to do shit the right way. You know what I'm saying? But we end up fucking after like 6 months. But the point being is, when I first got with her, she was making a lot of fucking money doing hair. A lot of fucking money. And I'm just a school teacher, you know what I'm saying? School teachers make decent money, health insurance, but she liked the fact that I had health insurance. But she was making double the fucking money I made. And I would always tell her, you know, what you make don't mean nothing to me. And I'm with you for who you are. And there would be times that you would like try to offer things or do things, and I'd be like, you don't have to do that for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, trying to buy me. But
well, I think that as I've gotten older, what I realize is that women really do want to. That's what we're helpmates.
yeah,
And so just because you might not be with somebody, that's what makes it the busybodiness in us. So you always want to be, I know I was hearing it. You always want to be
go ahead.
with somebody. You're always trying to be a part of something. That's why we're always signing up for something and doing shit, right? However, when you don't understand when you don't understand why you're moving like that, then you don't know how to be accountable to when you're doing too much, or when to not be feeling bad when somebody don't give you these kudos that you're looking for all the busybody shit you're doing, right? And so when I got with you, I done wanted to put lawnmowers in my name for a motherfucker. I done help the nigga get a truck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a part of helping to build somebody. That's why women always say, all I did and I left you. Well, that's what we like to do.
That's why I don't understand why women don't go talking about they won't go 50-50 when traditionally women be wanting to mama niggas and save them and help them out and niggas get their first car. They be on their
But I'm gonna tell you,
insurance and shit. And that's one thing. When I met you, I was like, okay, I got my own shit. But long story short, as we move forward, there came a time where I was in grad school and you was like, well, you could be a stay-at-home dad. We married. You could be a stay-at-home dad. I'm like, shit, let me see how this shit go. Like, fuck it. She make enough money. I pick up the kids. She loves to cook. I'm in grad school. I can finish this up. Blah, 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 blah. No, this was before grad school.
Right, first we had we had the flip-flop at times. So
long story short, the point I'm making is when I first met her, she made way more double money than me. That shit didn't mean nothing. And then when she wanted to go to college, you know, her hands started hurting from doing hair. She got tired of putting perm in people's hair and just that whole industry. She wanted to go to college. So that's when I started taking over and I started paying for everything. And it wasn't no problem. It was like, okay, when I didn't like not having a job though. You know, and it wasn't for no other reason. My wife is very frugal. She's very fiscally responsive. Keep the wire
doing that thing again.
Yeah, I'm trying. That might be mine. We'll figure that out. Right. So long story short, so if I bought a Gatorade, she would be like, hey, you got a Gatorade? Let me know so I can goddamn do the bank account and adjust that shit. And I'm like, I didn't forget about that shit. Like, goddamn, you check the motherfucking account every day. Now watch this. Women,
say how many Gatorades you drink.
Maybe 2. I don't know, but the point I'm making is,
a lot of Gatorades,
I asked some women at work, how often when you got them, they bitches said they check their bank account every day. Do you check your bank account every day? I used
to, but see, this the thing. When we are sharing it, yeah. But remember when you first got me, remember I had money all in my drawer. You would have to, you know what I'm saying? So because I made money every day, it was better for me not to watch it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, but once, I live shift and I wasn't working, then I had to watch it because I had to balance it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, we good, but let me know, because if there was ever a time that we wasn't, I want us to be in the rhythm of you telling me.
What the fuck is that sound? Hold on. Slide back, because it ain't never did it till you got in here. Let me just see. I'm not saying it's you, but we'll figure it out. That shit is irritating to me. Let's go. Go ahead. Keep talking. So
I never had to balance it with somebody. So I needed us to be in the rhythm, and he felt that it was, or it might have seemed like it was nitpicky, but then that's why we'll be able to go splurge, and take a trip and go shopping and stuff like that at other times. 'Cause I'm kind of like stingy a little bit on this end, and then we do something big. That's just how it been.
Now, how does that 50-50 look in a marriage, right? Let me break some down to you. I'm like my grandfather, and I'm still like that to this day. He said a man's supposed to pay all the bills, but my grandmother had a job too. So pretty much this is how I rock. And I think this is how all men should rock. I think a man should put all his money in the pot. Meaning as a man, I give my wife all my money. At one time, I had it going to her bank account till my job wouldn't do it. But I give my wife all the money. Give me money for a little smoke, little Gatorade and shit. Why do you do that, Javon? Because what it does, she know how hard I work. If she got all my money, like my granddaddy used to do, she know what she can afford to have what? Taste in her mouth of. So once I done gave her all my money, she know if she can afford to do this, that, and what. So once I give her all my money, she'll pay all the bills with my money. And then whatever she make, she just save it and sit back. My wife is very trustworthy. I trust her. I don't look at it like, well, what if she fucking leave, man, there's 100 bitches out here that'll take me in and take care of me. I'm never worried about no goddamn money. The point I'm making is so many men are worried about their wife having all the money. You know, like when I say I give my wife all the money, they be like, well, what if she up and leave one day? So what if she up and leave? I own half her house. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's like. It's about where everybody is coming to the table.
This
with
is her
how
house.
Secure.
She came to the table owning a house. This bitch should be paid for in about 5 years and it's half mine now. You know what I'm saying? And guess what's so crazy? She trusts me enough if I say, yo, baby, let's do a refinance on this motherfucker or equity loan to bust a move. She trusts me with that. She not looking at it like, I had this house when I met you, motherfucker, this, you know what I'm saying? And I had these motherfucker mics before I met her. She can have these. I'm just playing. But the point I'm making is, when your woman know how much you make, she know what she can have a taste for in her mouth. A lot of men have this issue. They don't want their woman to know how much they make. Because number one, child support coming out they check. They be lying about how much their child support is. They really just want to pinch a few pennies for themselves. That's all that be. So 50-50 don't mean paying everything halfway. 50-50 just mean we in this bitch together however it take. I do the cooking in here. I do the cooking. We split the cleaning. You know what I'm saying? It's just like she ain't gonna pump no gas and she ain't gonna take out no trash.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? That. The point I'm making, and I ain't sweeping no goddamn floors. So we know each other. So the point that I'm making is 50-50 is just when it's your time to step up, step up. There are times my wife get off work and I know she gonna be tired. I'll cook dinner. I'll fold the clothes. I'll do whatever I need to do to make her more comfortable. The motherfucker sitting around counting shit. You ever had a friend that counts shit? I bought stuff here. You never gonna be friends with that person a long time. When you count that tit for tat shit, that's a egregious relationship and it doesn't work. And you don't have no chemistry. The 50-50 conversation is a public conversation with secret actions. It's not a real conversation at all.
It's not.
Ain't no woman gonna turn no man down that she like because he want to go half. And 50-50 don't mean 50-50. It means teamwork. Ain't no woman gonna turn no man down. That's just a conversation piece. It's like who makes $100,000 a year? It's a conversation piece that immediately cuts off a relationship conversation. One of the things that was a turn off to me, and I tell my sons is when you talking to a woman and she's saying she like you and you ask her, so what are you looking for? What do you hope to get out of this? And she be like, don't matter to me. I'm just cruising. Bitch, you want to go with me. Shut up. You're not truthful. You know you want to go with me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell my sons. Well, if a woman can't be straight up and be vulnerable, well, hopefully this turn into some real. You know what I'm saying? If she going there, well, I'm just flying with you. Bitch, shut up. You know damn well you want to go with me. The second she said, I ain't talking to nobody don't like me. Bitch, shut up. You a liar. So this is a conversation that's not really being had. It's a social media conversation. It's a loser explaining why I'm single. The woman who's a boss bitch that's got a great job, she says, the reason I'm not married and single because I can't find no man that makes as much as me. She don't say 50-50. Why? Because she got money. The broke bitch is screaming not 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's so hard to understand. That's why people think I'm joking. Some of the time, I want to just come on the podcast, slap the bitch blood out the bitch lip, slap her on off the set. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. You know good and goddamn well that there are men out here that make 100,000. You can't find nobody that make 100,000 because don't nobody want your motherfucking ass because it's you. Don't say you wouldn't go 50-50 when you done had babies by a nigga and gave them your whole fucking life for the rest of your life. Marriage is more permanent than fucking a baby is more permanent than marriage. I don't get this. A woman to have a baby by a motherfucker and you be like, why y'all ain't get married? Oh, you know, he want the type to marry. What? You have a baby by a motherfucker? He want the marrying type? That shit is crazy. The 50-50 conversation is a bull conversation. It's a loser Avengers conversation. The winners don't go around explaining how they won. The losers go around explaining why they lost. This is why I ain't got this. This is why I ain't got this. The losers call women masculine. All this talk about women being masculine now. Ain't no woman masculine. She can't even open a fucking can of beans or a jar of pickles. She not masculine. She don't listen to you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we've created this narrative of all these bitch ass weak nigga losers walking around saying, women masculine now. Women masculine now. All the women. No, they not masculine. She don't listen to you, nigga. She don't want to be on your program. And you're trying to buy your way into her listening to you. Women don't listen to that. Women listen to motherfuckers that they love and respect. And niggas is blowing their fucking back out. That's what they listen to. Money not going to make a woman listen to you. People need to know everything when they don't have chemistry. When you ain't got chemistry with a motherfucker, oh, yeah. Who paying for this? Who's taking out the trash? Who's going to do this? Who's picking up the kids? Who's doing this? I need to know exactly how my life is going to be. How often do you want to fuck? How often do you want your dick sucked? How often you want your pussy ate? I don't really like you, so I know to know exactly what I'm going to have to do. I got to put up with you. How many times a month am I going to have to do this? I don't really like you. So I need you to pay all the bills because I've been used to getting my little nails done and my hair done, and I've been struggling to do it on my own. So now if you come in and pay everything, I can do my hair and get my wigs and weave like I want to. That's that 50. Well, you never hear a man say, I don't want to go 50-50.
But you know, some of it too, men are just not honest. Like women have very poor spend, like all this that they spending money on nails and hair and this and that. So I think a man don't always feel secure anymore about giving his woman this money because he don't think that she'll do good by it. Like when you give me the check, I'm not a person that spends money frivolously.
Yeah, my wife she don't got no weave and fuck shit. She don't got on no makeup now. She show herself. Look, show your fingers. You rarely wear nail polish. She's confident in who she is. I seen this bitch say when a man said to a woman he want to see her how she look with no makeup, that's an insecurity and he broke because he don't want to keep her maintenance up. You stupid bitch. Bitch, I want to see how you look because I noticed, remember I told you, the black woman has a democratic mindset. And let me break this down. You notice how fucking crazy the Democrats have gotten? You know they're saying any and everything. The Democrats wore pink to Trump's speech and didn't stand up when he gave a little boy with cancer a Secret Service medal. When they voted to keep men out of female sports, the Democrats voted against it. How you say you love women and you want women to compete against men? Democrats are the exact opposite. And black women, I don't give a fuck about white women. Black women are the exact fucking opposite. Now, I have a lot of women say, you always on black women. You always on black women. Let me explain to you why I'm on the sisters. Because the sisters have the children. The sisters have the children, so we need to instruct them. It's just like all the time I tell sisters, you don't need to be out late, half naked, 3 a.m. with your ass out. And they say, you need to not tell us what to do. You need to talk to the men. Ma'am, I'm talking to you because I can't get all the rapists to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm a rapist. I want you to teach me how not to be a rapist. So I talk to the sisters because the men ain't there. I talk to the sisters because the men don't give a fuck. If he done ran off on you and the child, I can't find him. He don't care. He ducking the child support man. So I gotta talk to you. Lastly, but not leastly. What did I write? I can't even write this. 50-50 is a conversation when you pretty much know this shit gonna be over soon and you just trying to come up and save half your money into your next situation. What you think about the overall conversation? I'm gonna put this link up. I want to get Miss Carla to come in and give her perception.
Well, if she come in, I gotta get off because I need to finish my paperwork and I need to check on Crystal.
Oh, okay. Well, handle your business.
Yeah.
So I want to get Miss Carla to come in, and the reason being because she's been married twice and she makes a lot of sense. And she says she grew up with her father. So Miss Carla, if you watching, can you come in? If you're not watching, does anybody else want to come in and ask a question or two before we get up out of here?
Well, let me say, you asked me what I thought about it. Overall, especially because I'm really busy, you know, when I check in with you to hear the conversations that is permeating, you know, our virtual world, I'm just like, I don't understand why we are letting these conversations suck us up. And it just made me think about when we first got together and I used to be watching reality TV all the time. I'm like, so now y'all bringing like the conversation, the entertainment conversation, you know, before when it's a television, you just tune in and then you like, oh, okay, the show over. We watch it next week. You know what I'm saying? It's like every day, all day.
It's worse.
It's worse now.
Yeah. You know why it's worse? Because at least the people on reality TV got the best wigs, the best chains, the best fake shit. They at least we regular broke niggas talking this shit. You see what I'm saying? At least Bambi got a hair salon. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're bringing this rich conversation into a regular broke life. Yes, this will be Save Lavarius Brownlee. Right now, let me go ahead and put this link up. Javon M. Clark's Aggressive Church. That's my YouTube. This will be on that YouTube. I'm gonna be chopping some clips from this, but this will be on that YouTube. In the future, we're gonna be talking about marriage. We winners. We're not losers. Losers shouldn't get to talk about marriage. But watch this. This was so amazing to me. It was this thing called Tonight's Conversation, where people just went around and people would literally get up, get dressed in their best clothes, and to see some unsuccessful relationship people give relationship advice. And people would leave their house. What we don't understand is the saying that misery loves company. Understand this. There's a bell curve.
Yeah.
70% of people are under this bell curve. That means average. That means 70% of motherfuckers not wife or husband material, never gonna get married. Then you got the outliers out here. These are the successful marriages. These are the people that are married. They don't talk. The 70% of motherfuckers that's never gonna get married are talking. Yeah. I don't even understand what a black man talking about. Ain't no good women out here. Black man, what do you mean? Bitches from all races love us. White, black, everything. You mean to tell me you can't find you a lady as a black man talking that ain't no good women shit? Just say you don't want to be married. Don't put it on the ain't no good women.
I mean, the bottom line is you won't find what you don't think is out there anyway. And that's a different video. That's when you have your Bears and Bubbles class and stuff like that. So people can understand they're pulling or repelling what they are putting out. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot see it anyway. And having a fake conversation like this is a sure way for you to never find somebody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot have, so that's what I'm saying. Be very careful what you tuning and tapping into, because if this is not your thing, this is not your fight, and you believe something different, don't spend time having a conversation that is not about you. And when you see jewels like this platform up, listen and take real notes without judgment, because you never know when you're going to find yourself on the opposite end of your mate. And you're going to be able to think about these do's and these don'ts that we are discussing in truth and transparency about what we did and how we've gotten this far.
And I want to say this to piggyback off what you said about that Love and Hip Hop shit. She was being transparent when we first got together. Love and Hip Hop had just came out, Atlanta, Stevie J or some shit.
Mhm.
And I was like, and she had a hair salon, and women in the hair salon is part of having a hair salon is talking about the local shit, latest shit.
Mhm.
So I came home one day and I saw her watching it, and she was in the back. I said, yo, that shit gonna fuck with your head.
Mhm.
She said, what you mean? I said, you're a married woman watching shows about a motherfucking show that about motherfuckers that don't do nothing but cheat and treat a bitch like shit.
Yeah.
So she like, oh, I'm just watching. I said this clearly.
Yeah.
If you bring that shit to me, you're gonna have I'm gonna hurt your fucking feelings in a short way. Just to show us goddamn the day is long.
Show
She come to me
you
one day
long.
talking about Stevie J said that he would leave Jocelyn.
No, he would leave Mimi for Jocelyn.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
so you
I
know,
don't give a fuck. And I said, yeah, the second bitch, and she let that shit, she internalized it. And I said, look, stop watching that shit.
I
And she
stopped
stopped watching it
because I understood what had happened, and I saw it happen because he had said it to me. And so y'all gotta be real careful, because that is just for real.
Internalizing a conversation about you wouldn't do 50-50 every day, or you wouldn't do $100,000 if a man makes less than 100,000. I tell women all the time, it be women that I know out at the spot they make 100,000. I said, we know any woman that make $100,000 owe the student loan man $200,000. He'd never pay that shit off. A man can make $100,000 welding. A man can make $100,000 driving trucks, being a plumber, electrician. If a woman make goddamn $100,000, the student loan man is after her ass. Hardcore, you know what I'm saying? So this whole narrative, like women be like, oh, you got to have $100,000, be 6 feet. $100,000 and 6 feet tall. It's only like 2-3% of motherfuckers do that.
All while you might be overweight
and
have
then
kids. Too busy. Let's just say you ain't got no kids. You just too busy to even really be in a relationship.
Or the stud don't have to do that. I need a 6'5" man with $100,000 and a big long black dick, and you end up with a stud that's 5'3" with a rubber dick and don't make that. So we just know that this is a conversation.
It just don't make no
Losers
sense when you say it like
don't
that.
get to talk. I'm telling you, I'm shaming all losers from now on. Our podcast, what do? Our podcast, our number one podcast guest, murderers, killers, ex-cons, strippers, sluts, people up there snitching. You know what I'm saying? We're a married couple. So, you know, I'm going to be me. I'm going to maintain my integrity. We're going to keep our podcast like it is. We're going to talk like we talk. We're going to be who we are, and this shit going to blow. As I do every show, y'all already know what the time it is. You can hit that PayPal. PayPal us at J Clark Products, and that Cash App is the Master Teacher. Now, y'all want to keep these lights on, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a pastor. Aggressive Church coming soon. We're actually going to be discussing the Bible. I am a pastor. I am a pastor now. I'm ordained. Aggressive Church is coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned for that. Like I said, PayPal us at J Clark Products. You can Cash App us at Master Teacher. And if all hearts and minds are clear, let's dap out. Boom. E handala robosha a shakiete or robosha. Yay, so I think I found the song Heart and Ache and Pain. Let me see. Let's see. caused you pain? What did that bring? Oh, they can shame y'all. That's where I'm getting hot to. I was hot in here. Oh, you did? That pussy about your pain. That pussy about your heartache and pain. Loneliness again. Years after years of crying for a man. Love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Me and Siobhan or me and Miss Carla. Y'all be good.